Hey you guys, Coach Liz here. All right, last week we dove into protein. How much protein do you need? And the importance of protein to protecting your muscle and bone health, and how that muscle and bone health is like gold. You want to protect it and make sure that you preserve and keep growing that as you get older, because you're going to be able to balance your blood sugar better. You're going to have better health. You're going to be able to live longer, be more independent, and muscle is really the number one factor of longevity. So we really want to be focusing on feeding our body to be able to build and preserve muscle. So last week I went over how much protein that we need, making it a goal to never go below 100 grams of protein, and or even more if we're working on building muscle, or as we get older, we need more protein. And another thing is often it's harder to digest protein as you get older. So making sure that you're getting plenty of protein so that your body has the amino acids that it needs for that bone and tissue and muscle health. Now, also the timing matters. You can't just go and eat 100 grams of protein in one meal because your body can only use so much at one time. So spacing it out is ideal. The way that I like to do it is I like to activate muscle protein synthesis at least 3 times a day. What is muscle protein synthesis? It's the stage that your body is actually turned on the light switch and is actually working on building and repairing muscle. So if you go to the gym and you lift some heavy weights, if you're not fueling your muscles well, they won't actually grow. They'll just kind of eat themselves. But if you activate muscle protein synthesis, it actually goes to work to building and repairing muscle so that you can actually get muscle growth. So all of that work in the gym is actually paying off. You can actually activate muscle protein synthesis with the right nutrition, not even building muscle. You can actually have muscle gains even through your nutrition if you're doing it right. And so spreading that out so you're activating muscle protein synthesis at least 3 times a day, it will actually be building and repairing muscle most of the day, because that muscle protein synthesis is activated for about 4 hours at a time. So if you can activate that in the morning, afternoon, and night, that really gives you the most bang for your buck for that protein that you're eating to keep your body in muscle protein synthesis most of the day. So this is how I do it. In the morning, I usually have a fueling like a bar or a hot cocoa on my way to the gym. And then right after I work out, I do a scoop of the essential amino acids. Now, this has the right combination to actually activate muscle protein synthesis. You need at least 2,500 milligrams of leucine to even turn on the light switch. So if you're taking an amino acid, check at the label and make sure that you're getting at least 2,500 milligrams of leucine to even turn on those light switch to activate that muscle protein synthesis. This one has 3,500 milligrams, so it has plenty to activate muscle protein synthesis. It also has all the other essential amino acids to make sure that your body is in muscle protein synthesis. So if you're taking another amino acid, it might be helping to repair muscle, but it's not activating muscle protein synthesis to actually build muscle. So that is a great way to start your day off activating that muscle protein synthesis. And then what I do is I have another fueling in between that keeps my blood sugar balanced, but in the middle of the day, I do a scoop of a good whey protein powder. Now, the thing about protein powder is it has to be whey to get all of the essential amino acids to activate muscle protein synthesis. So this is a great one. I do this as hot cocoa every afternoon. It's like my little treat in the afternoon, and that activates muscle protein synthesis again for another 4 hours. And then I might do a light lunch or another snack. And then I always do a lean and green at dinner. At dinner time, I always do lean protein and vegetables. Now, getting at least 25 grams of protein, 25 to about 35 to 40 grams of protein, that is going to activate muscle protein synthesis again in that meal. And also having the low carb veggies, that's going to help with extra fiber. So that's 3 times a day that I'm activating muscle protein synthesis: in the morning, in the afternoon, and then with a lean and green meal at night. That activates it for about 12 hours during the day. So those are the 3 ways when it comes to nutrition to activate muscle protein synthesis. You can use more or less of one or the other, but those are the 3 ways you do it. A good essential amino acid, a good whey protein powder with at least 24 grams of protein, and at least 25 to 35 to 40 grams, like at least 25 grams of a good quality protein source in food. So beef, chicken, fish, anything like that, that can help activate muscle protein synthesis. So Choose how you want to activate muscle protein synthesis. Keep track of how many times a day you're doing that. Now, if you're doing one of the Optavia programs, you're set. It's already done for you. Most of my clients, I put on our metabolic reset plan, which is a scoop of this in the morning. One of their fuelings, they're replacing with a scoop of the Optavia Active to activate that muscle protein synthesis. And then they're doing the lean and green meal at night. So that's 3 times during the day that their muscle is activated and building and repairing their muscle. So that is just such a good habit for not just weight loss, but for the rest of your life. Pay attention to how often you activate muscle protein synthesis. So you're not just trying to get all the protein in one meal, but spacing that out to get your muscles building and repairing for you. You're going to see better muscle preservation and muscle growth by doing that. So give it a try this week. Have a good week.